Okay, I figured I'd show another little project that I'm working on. It's still December 4th. I just finished the club car carry-all video. This is my kerosene heater. I actually got it for free on the curb. And I was able to ask the guy who threw it out what was wrong with it. He said it needed a wick. So I've ordered a wick. It's supposed to be here today. But this heater was definitely a pain in the butt to take apart. The existing wick was really stuck down in here. I'll actually take this part off. As you can see, the wick goes down in there and it runs up against this part right here. As far as I know, it's pretty smooth. I'm thinking that's where it runs up against and it wicks up the fuel. Let's put that back on loosely. I'll put it back on properly when need be. I'll show the existing wick in a second, but really this was actually the hardest part. Taking the actual burning, this is the burner, so it would be the wick assembly, which is underneath. That assembly right there was definitely the hardest part to take apart. Everything else came apart really easily. Unfortunately, this heater is missing the base, which isn't a big deal. This will be sat on a concrete floor. Really, the base is only there if you put it onto a wood surface, since the burner is right there underneath. So as long as nothing's underneath there, I think it should be fine. I could also take one of these lids off of one of these barrels, drill it, and make that work as well. Or get another barrel so I don't ruin the barrels I currently have, and make that work as well. The heater does have the cage, obviously has the whole top assembly as well. This whole experiment to see if this heater will work is going to cost me about 40 bucks. So really not a big deal. Half a YouTube payment really to see if this heater will actually work. Here is the existing wick. As you can see, it has pins right here. These lock into the outer section of it and allows it to slide up and down. I was actually to the point where I was actually cutting this out of there, and it really was not working. I was using my utility knife. You can see some of the slits right here. It was working in some spots, but it was not working in other spots. So basically, I put it back on the floor and gave it one last yank, and it slipped out. I was definitely happy, and there was no remaining pieces that fell down into the tank, which was good, but definitely was not an easy job. I believe it was stuck right along this area right here, all the way around. So anyways, I got it out. Most likely this was the original wick. Like I said, the guy I got it from said the wick was no good. I don't really know what makes these go no good. Maybe when they harden up, I really don't know. So I never did try and fire the actual heater itself. So anyways, that's one other thing I'm working on today. I'm waiting on Amazon to come for the new wick. And so I figured I'd work on the golf cart, which I showed in the previous video. So anyways, that's pretty much it. This is not a how-to video on how to change the wick on one of these heaters. Really, if I was to do a how-to video on doing this, it really would not have went well, considering I did have issues getting the actual wick apart. Most times, in all the videos I've seen, they just come straight apart. So I don't know if they've previously taken it apart, put a new wick in, and then showed how to change it, or what. But yeah, taking this actually apart live, or taking it apart and getting it on video properly, definitely would not have turned out the way I would want it to turn out. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I will talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.